Welcome back to another video, guys. Well, actually, good morning. It's like, I don't know what time it is, but it's in the morning. But we're gonna go weigh ourselves. It's almost been 30 days. Today's the 22nd, and we started our cut on the 26th. So 4 days away. So let's go check our weigh-in. Come on, Rocky. Hi, baby. Oh my goodness, you're so huge. Okay, come on. So as you guys know, like I said at the beginning of the series, I like to weigh myself the same way every single time, so my weigh-ins are consistent. So I weigh myself in just my underwear. So I'll show you guys what I weigh in currently right now. So as you can see by the scale, I weigh 168.8 at the time. So as you guys can see here, my weigh-in for November 28th was 177.2. And my next weigh-in was the 29th. Oh, that's upside down. But it was 177.4. So I did fluctuate and went up. Next was 174.2. That date was, come on camera, the 30th. Next weigh-in was 175. That was on December the 1st. Next weigh-in was December the 2nd, 174.2. Next weigh-in was 175.4. That was on the 3rd. Next weigh-in was 173.8 on the 4th. And then on the 5th was 173 on December the 6th. My next weigh-in was 173.8. Next weigh-in was December the 8th, 172.8. Next weigh-in was 173.8, 173.4. Next weigh-in was the 11th at 172. December the 12th was 171.8. December the 13th was 172.2. The 14th was 172 even. The 15th was 170.2, 171.6. On Monday, the weigh-in was 171.2. On Wednesday, my weigh-in was 171.4. On Thursday, my weigh-in was 169.6. So as you guys saw, my current weigh-in was 168.8. Is that right? I hope so. Anyways, so I'm currently making progress, obviously. I'm almost 10 pounds down in 30 days, which is really, really good. Now, is this, a lot of people are gonna question, would I lose 10 pounds every month? Now, that's a hard question to answer, because it's not straightforward. It's not consistent to say, oh, you are going to lose X amount of pounds every month. The more fat you have, okay, so rule number one, when you start a cut, when you start a diet, whatever you want to call it, you will lose weight quickly. That's rule number one. Number two, not rules necessarily, but key points. Number two is the more fat you have, the more you're going to lose faster, especially at the beginning. You know, if I was, really, really overweight and I went on a diet exactly like this, I would lose significant amount of fat quickly. Okay. Now, like I said, this doesn't mean, let's say I did this and then I did it with someone else and I lost 10 pounds in 30 days and they lost 5 pounds in 30 days. That is 100% normal. That is not, that doesn't mean that the other person did it wrong or that I did it wrong. It's just we're two different body types, and for some people it's easier to lose fat and for some folks it's a little harder. That's part of our slogan. Stick with it. I stuck with it for 30 days for you guys, so we could show you that, one, we know how to bulk, we know how to cut. So when you can trust in us when we're when we're giving you advice on how to build muscle, how to lose fat, what workouts to do to build certain muscles. I mean, you name it. This is why we're doing this series, to build a good reputation with you guys. So I still have 4 days. We'll see, because Christmas is around, right around the bend there. So we'll see if I can lose another pound. I think I should be able to. That way I can make it a true 10 pounds and not 9 pounds. But we'll see. The other thing that I wanted to mention is the reason why I did this around this time is to also show you guys that no matter what time of the year, I did it. I think I did this cut around the hardest time of the year, which is the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, because you have potlucks at work, you have Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, you have multiple parties, work parties, and at these events there's always food. Now, of course, you don't want to be rude and say no to everything, but you have to eat in moderation. Once you start cutting and you start tracking your food, you'll actually find it easy to kind of gauge. So basically, what I'm saying, once you start doing it maybe once, twice, you'll get the hang of, I can eat this sandwich, or I can eat that bread, or I can eat this fruit, or whatever it is. I can eat this soup. Gauge it and not have to track it on your phone. You'll be able to just kind of ballpark, eyeball it and say, okay, this should be around this much. This should be around this thing has amount, this many carbs, this many fat, this many proteins. Because the funny thing is, yes, I've almost lost 10 pounds, but guess what? I did have cheeseburgers. I did have pizza, in moderation, of course. That wasn't what I ate every day, or else I wouldn't have lost any weight. I probably would have gone up in weight. So I most days, yes, I ate chicken or fish, basically the things that I showed you in the grocery haul. Pretty consistent, egg whites, English muffins, those Laughing Cow cheeses in the mornings, and made those sandwiches. A staple was a chicken for protein, since it is a high source of clean protein shakes. I know that you do have your days where you have you get those days where you get the cravings that you want to eat a slice of pizza or a cheeseburger or Italian food, whatever it may be. And that's okay. It's normal. You're human. We're all human. Now, when I say that I ate, a slice of pizza or a burger, how did I do it and still lose weight? Now, there's a thing called cheat meals versus cheat days. A cheat day is I binge eat all day on whatever I want and not have a care in the world. If I did that, then this cut wouldn't have had the success it did. Now, a cheat meal, what you want to do with that is, let's say you're going to go out to dinner with your girlfriend, family, friends, whoever, by yourself, whatever. Let's say you have that planned. Set in your mind that you're going to, not get some slice of, a chicken breast with an ounce of rice at the restaurant. No. If you're going to go out and indulge in some pretty good food, then throughout the day, try to keep your calories low. Try to keep those calories low, so that way when you go out to eat, you don't, if this was your threshold up here, you've eaten this much, right? And then once you've eaten whatever you're going to eat at night, you're just barely above your macro intake, instead of being up here before your dinner and then being all the way up here after you've eaten. If that makes sense. I did, like I said, have certain meals. I was feeling a little fatigued, a little exhausted. Also did have cravings. Obviously, I'm a human, so that's why I eat those things, and that's normal. That's good. That's a good balance to have. I understand when people say I'm on a diet, they'll go on a 30-day diet or 60 days, 90 days, whatever the plan is, and they'll do it, and they'll dive in so heartedly that they won't even stray off the path, not even for a slice, or not even for a little piece of candy. Everyone's body type is a little different depending on what your body's used to. Because let's say you were full-blown eating whatever you wanted, and then you went on a sudden cut. It wasn't like a gradual. It was like a cliffhanger type of thing, where you were intaking 3,500 calories, and then all of a sudden you were intaking 1,500 calories. Your body's gonna not like you for that, and you're not gonna feel good. Because your body's used to having all these delicious foods and all these calories, and all of a sudden your body feels like you're starving it. As I was mentioning, it does depend on the lifestyle you were having compared to the diet or cut that you're basically going into. So it does depend on that. Now, I also want to show you my graph on MyFitnessPal. Because your weigh-ins, so hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Your weigh-ins will fluctuate. Not, as you saw, not every day did I go down in weight. It was like, let's say one day I was 177, and then the next day I was 178, and then back down, for example. But as time goes, throughout the week, you should be losing weight consistently. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be every single day. You step on the scale and you lose a pound. That'd be insane. That means you would lose 30 pounds in a month, which is crazy, right? So don't have the mentality that you're going to be losing weight every single day, and don't let the scale discourage you, because just like it can encourage you, it can discourage you as well. Some people, if they don't see results overnight or in 2 days, they feel like they need to change their caloric intake, which isn't true in most cases. There are some cases, but that's more of when your body fat percentage is really low. Let's say you're stepping on stage and you want to get to that 3% body fat for a male anyways. Let's say you want to get to 3% and you're at 5%, 6%. You do probably have to change your eating habits a little bit. So try to not let the scale discourage you from your goal. Whether it's stepping on stage, whether that's losing a few pounds, whether that's having a flat stomach, whether that's having popping out abs, like whatever it may be. That's your goal, right? Trust it. If you guys have any questions, ask us down in the comment section below. Let's see if we can round out this cut prior to the 26th, under 10 pounds. So I mean with 10 pounds. So I will see you guys in the next one. Today's the 22nd. If I don't see you guys before then, happy holidays. Merry Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays to you. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for new content. Sorry about that, guys. The camera died on me. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you guys in this video. As always, stay fitted, stick with it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.